Hey there, welcome back to Fresh Start Budgeting. I am in week number 7 of my 12-week year, and I want to take you along to show you what's happening. So week number 7 aligns to December 4th to December 10th, which is also in the middle of my pay week. I've been taking some time over the past couple weeks to try to realign how I consider my expenses over the course of my pay periods, because I am paid twice a month. So this week we are looking at the 4th through the 10th. I then do have what I consider another week starting the 11th through the 14th. So all this time needed to come from my income that came through on November 30th. All right. So in my last expense review, I had $507 that I was moving forward from December 3rd into this week number 7 of December 4th through December 10th. I did have an unexpected expense that came right up at the beginning of this week. It was on the 4th that we actually found that my water tank was no longer heating the water, so we needed to call in a plumber who came in on the 5th, had to replace our thermocouple and the gas valve, something or other. I'm sounding like I know what I'm talking about, but I have no idea. It ended up costing us $485, and because we were home at the time, I actually had a day off work scheduled for vacation. So I took the money out of our Christmas fund, so that really depleted down our Christmas fund. So I owe quite a lot of money back to our Christmas fund. Because that happened at the beginning of the week, I was then very much more careful about what happened the rest of the week. On the 7th, I did buy groceries. It was $76. I had said that I had $200 available this week for groceries, but because of this unexpected expense, I was being very cautious. So I didn't even put a balance down here or any kind of notes. On the 8th, we had a Microsoft subscription come out, and I'm actually not too sure whose subscription this is, whether it's one of my kids maybe had subscribed to something, but I do need to check my subscriptions. It was $9, not a huge amount, but again, not something that I'm just not sure if it's something that we need. I need to look at it a little bit further before it comes out again. On the 9th, that was the Friday, I fully admit I broke. We spent $34 on McDonald's, skipped the dishes, so not a huge amount. We didn't get a lot, but I didn't want to deal with dinner. I was kind of probably crabby after the week, and so I just, whatever, order delivery. So we got McDonald's, which never ends very well, but so $34 was spent on McDonald's, and that really was it. So you can see here my food, I spent $110 this week on food. We had $200 originally that I had said was set aside. Subscriptions, I sent $9, and I just took that out of the miscellaneous where I had said I had $50 available. It was the unbudgeted, the $485 that, kind of broke us there. I only had $507 in the bank. So I was just intending that whatever I have left in the bank is going to go back to pay for Christmas. So I have $388 now in the bank, but that's just because this came from cash, and there's a giant IOU that I need to think about and deal with. But that $388 is what we have going into these last few days of this pay period, which will be the 11th through the 14th. And then we'll have a new pay period that will take care of the rest of the month, which will be good. It'll all be good. So this week I have been definitely taking some time to think about kind of how this has been going, what I like about the 12-week year, what I want to change over the next few weeks, because this was kind of like the midpoint for me. We've done week 1 through 6, and now it's 7 through 12. And so I took a little bit of time just to think about how I've been recording things and how I want to record them going forward. So I've been working on some new stickers, because I definitely like the idea of these planners that people are buying and I'm seeing for 2023. I also like the idea of sticker sheets and things like that, but there's nothing that really always fits how my brain kind of works. And so I've got a ton of these. These are just labels that I'm using. They're not fancy sticker sheets. And so I thought I would just do some of this, create some of these, and just on a week-to-week basis, start doing some consistent elements that will make it so that it's a little bit easier for me at the end of the 12 weeks to look back and see the progress, the good points, the bad points, all that kind of stuff. So this first one is what my reading goal has been, and that aligns to my integration of the 12-week year into my personal life. I am continuing on with Atomic Habits, and that one quote that kind of stuck out to me with this book right now is, every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. And, you know, it was a bit of a turning point for me going through these different things. There's definitely points where I've given up in the past, where I've attempted to, whether it's a health journey or professional thing or whatever it is, where I've just kind of seen stuff isn't going well and I've given up, right? And so just this reminder that, you know, the things that I do choose to do, regardless of what it is that's happening around me, is really speaking for where it is that I'm going to be over the next 12 weeks, the next 12 years, etc., etc. So that's just one that comes to mind when I think of this Atomic Habits book, and so wanted to make note of that. Kind of my frustrations this week, definitely the unexpected expenses that have come up, and just kind of feeling like those have really dwindled down what my goal of the 30% of my income to debts and savings. Having that furnace, the water tank, the dentist, those different elements just kind of pop up all at once right before Christmas, right after we had saved this significant amount of money. Makes you wonder if you're on the right path. But I am quite confident in the fact that because I am on the path, we've had the money to be able to deal with these things. There may be situations in the future where we don't have the funds to completely deal with something, but moving down this path definitely prepares us better for whatever it is that may be coming along the way than if we were doing nothing. So I just, you know, yes, frustrations, but it's definitely reinforced kind of where we are and the steps that we are taking. And so that's, you know, again, then just how I noted my successes this week is just continuing on with the course. And then I've been spending a lot of time this week, probably because I'm seeing people get ready for 2023, thinking about the remaining weeks of my 12-week year and how I want it to go. And that's why I've kind of started this piece where I want to consistently just note down some different areas, as well as I've been doing a lot of planning about how it is that I'm tackling this 30% of income. And it really comes down to the habits that we have in place more than anything else, more than that end bank account figure of a whole 30%. It's the habits that we've had in place, that we've made sure that we've had enough money to cover the extra things that come up and deal with those things. So those will be coming probably in my week number 8, but I'll probably show some of that as well during this upcoming week, just on stuff that I'm doing to better track and get myself prepared. And then, because it's been part of my initial goals, that whole meal planning, no spend work weeks, things like that, I just noted down that that's really almost become a habit at this point, not even something that I feel like I need to track so much, because it's just become kind of natural, which feels really good, because previously I I would have gone out. I would have gone and got coffees in the morning and gone out in the middle of the day and whatever else. So this has, this I feel is a celebration point for me, that it's just become part of my everyday situation. So that is where I am for week number 7 of my 12-week year. The next weeks are going to be focused into how I'm dealing with savings challenges, how I'm tracking those different things, and just creating some more tracking mechanisms for me going forward. I do like kind of the freehand element of just using a notebook rather than a specific planner, but I also just, I want to make it fun for myself and for how I do things going forward. So, will this change? Probably, but I feel like it's a good step for me from where I've been with just paper and pen into how I would like to be able to look back and review my 12-week year. So that is it for week number 7. I look forward to checking in with you again for week number 8. Thanks, guys. Bye.